Hey guys, so today we're going to do a battery test against the OnePlus 6, the LG G7, the Galaxy S9 Plus, the iPhone X, the Pixel 2 XL, the Huawei P20 Pro, and see which lasts the longest. So here's the scenario. All of the phones are set to the same brightness by eye and not by percentage to account for the varying brightness capabilities of each screen. They're all connected to the same 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. They all have the same social media accounts running, which means the same background processes, the same notifications are all coming in at the same time, etc. Now for this, I'm gonna do something a little bit different than my normal, like just running a YouTube video for however long. So we're gonna use different activities to represent what you would normally do on your phone. So to begin, we're gonna start with 30 minutes of playing a video game. After that, we're already in the low 90s for the percentage of battery left, with the iPhone X and Huawei P20 Pro ahead, if only just at 94%. Now, let's try and do an hour of Instagram by leaving it on the Explore page, since it has a constantly running video that will possibly mimic an hour of social media use in general. Okay, after that, we're starting to see a bit more of a split, with the G7 falling a bit further behind here. The OnePlus 6, S9 Plus, and Pixel 2 XL neck and neck at 83%, and the iPhone X and Huawei P20 Pro at 87 and 86 respectively. I'm pretty sure that the iPhone X jumping ahead a little here is due to the fact that of all the phones, it's the only one whose Instagram app stops autoplaying the video after a certain amount of time, but let's see what happens next. Now, let's run Google Maps for 30 mimics to mimic the amount of time that you might maybe use it in a day with GPS on, etc. And right after that, let's quickly do a 30-minute recording of 1080p video on all 6 devices. It's not the most interesting video that they're recording, but it should affect the battery the same regardless. At about 2 hours and 30 minutes into the test, the gaps are starting to widen a bit more, and I think we can say that my theory about the iPhone with Instagram is probably right at this point, but we'll see if that pattern changes. Now at a little more than 2 hours of YouTube video streaming at 1080p in full screen on all the devices, and 4 hours and 45 minutes into our test, the G7 is starting to crash a bit. The Pixel 2 XL is next up. The majority are in the low 40s, and the P20 Pro is starting to show off its 4,000 milliamp battery, the largest compared to all the other devices by a decent margin. Okay, now let's mimic some web browsing. Shamelessly on my own site, because it has a carousel to mimic some light JavaScript and at least some movement on the screen. So we'll let that go for about an hour. Then let's try more social media, because let's be real, most people are probably using it a lot. This time, let's use Facebook and its auto-playing watch page. You know, that thing that happens whenever you tap on a video and it just forces you to look at other completely not related videos? Yeah, that. After that, I think the results are becoming pretty clear. The G7 is on the last of its life at about 5%, the Pixel 2 XL is next at 25%, the OnePlus 6, S9 Plus, and iPhone X are neck and neck still, around 30 or so, and the P20 Pro is pulling ahead at 43%. Okay, music. Everyone plays music on their phones, right? Now I can't load my Spotify account on all 6 devices, so let's use SoundCloud, as it also has an autoplay feature. 2 hours of that should do it. And at about 6 hours and 45 minutes into our battery test, we have our first casualty, the LG G7. At 8 hours and 30 minutes, all the other devices are still going. Now, because of the fact that this test is taking way longer than I thought, and it's about 2 a.m. right now, let's run YouTube for the rest of this and just watch them fall. 9 hours and 5 minutes in, the Pixel 2 XL goes down, which isn't that surprising because all the other devices besides the iPhone and Huawei are running the Snapdragon 845 processor versus the 835 that the Pixel has, so they should all be 30% more efficient power-wise according to Qualcomm. And the iPhone X, the phone with the smallest battery by the way, now dies at 9 hours and 30 minutes in. The S9 Plus is done at just shy of 10 hours. The OnePlus 6 makes it to 10 hours and 40 minutes impressively. But it's not enough to match the Huawei P20 Pro that makes it all the way to about 11 hours of on-screen time. And there you go, the P20 Pro and its bigger battery and EMUI's optimizations wins pretty definitively, I think. There you go, what do you guys think of the test, of the results? Let me know in the comments below. Would love to hear from you guys. Any suggestions you may have to make these battery tests a little bit better going forward, please let me know. I'm also gonna start them a lot earlier in the day because it was like 6 a.m. when this ended. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please thumbs up it or share it. It's greatly appreciated. Also, check out my channel, subscribe if you like what you see there, and push the bell next to where subscribe to be notified when I do new videos. As always though, regardless, thanks for watching.